We're going over 10 recent sports card trends that suck. This trend got pushed to an ultimate level earlier this week on Bounties and just great advertising for certain companies. Stay tuned as we come back to this trend later in the video. So this first trend is what we're calling loaded boxes, and it's where big time breakers or breakers that move a lot of products such as backyard breaks or some influencers or just people in high leverage situation getting boxes with, well, loaded product.
All right, we have Michael Rubin pulling the Jackie Robinson 1/1 cut autograph in a promotional box break. Do I think that is intentional? That's a great question. I made a video on this. I'm not going to say yes or no, but I do think that it was rather fishy that one of the top 5 actual hits from the case product actually was hit by Michael Rubin on a video. That seems about as fishy as it gets. And so for that purpose, I think there's validity to anyone who feels this way.
And this is basically a box break that they did for marketing purposes with Antoine Griezmann, who is a very famous soccer player, if you weren't aware, a very, very good player who does like to collect cards apparently. And basically he sat down with Michael Rubin, as you can see on screen right now, and busted, a few different products. When we see this product on camera, it's not sealed. They basically open it. The Topps president, I think his name is David Lanier, basically calls the fact that it's a Jackie Robinson. And that seems a little bit sus. It could be genuine, but essentially Griezmann does pull the Jackie Robinson, and it is a 1/1 cut auto. So it's an interesting one. And could this be another example of hot boxes? A box basically going to someone with the intention of them hitting a good card because the card is known to the person who has distributed them the box. But it just seems a bit sus, in my opinion, right? The fact that we haven't seen the box be, sealed, the fact, a 1/1 Jackie Robinson, and then Michael Rubin also hits a pretty cool Mike Trout patch auto, if I remember correctly, in the same day. That seems very, very sus, and maybe support some of the things we've discussed in the past around manufacturers actually knowing where hits are.
Now, breakers getting loaded boxes. I would have said no in the past. But historically, it kind of feels like it might be happening. This one, I do not have an opinion on yes or no, but I do think it's something to really bring up because it does feel like breakers are getting really, really good cards lately in a consistent fashion. So this one, I think, has some validity. I do think it's definitely possible. Do I think that there is a moral and legal consequence to giving other people better product than others and knowingly doing so from Topps and, Panini's perspective? I do, but I can't prove or disprove it. But overall, I do think that this has some validity.
A lot of controversy surrounds backyard breaks hitting the triple logo man 1/1 LeBron, the Warriors triple logo man 1/1, the Cade Cunningham Black Prism, and also the Cade Cunningham autograph logo man 1/1. There was a mathematician, a guy in college, did the math on it and basically said, yeah, this is absurd, and the odds are highly unlikely that this happens without some nefarious things going on. Trend number 2 is the absurd amount of rookie cards printed per player. Here's Brock Purdy, and it states here that he has over 1,663 rookie cards in the database. That's insane. And in my opinion, the hobby is much better if Brock Purdy had 5 products that you could get his rookie card in, and that's it, and maybe a couple variations. But he doesn't have 5. He has, well over a dozen, pushing 2 dozen different products that you can hit his rookie card in. It just ends up watering down the product. It's so much better in the long run when there's just less instead of more. But it's better for the companies, the printing companies, the manufacturers, to have these shiny toys.
If you are a big buyer of any ultra-modern sports card, I'd highly consider what I have to say. Or rather, what Eric Whiteback just said. Shout out to him for making this fantastic post. He says, Trevor Lawrence already has 6,151 different rookie cards. For comparison, Tom Brady has just 135 of them. And we're not even talking about the career path of a guy like Trevor Lawrence versus Tom Brady.
Trend 2 is really a byproduct of Trend 3, too many parallels or variation cards. This trend didn't happen overnight. This has been going on now between, 3 to 8 years. And we're just taking a look at Joe Burrow's Prism card. And this is not just the case for football. Panini makes basketball cards as well and has now just overprinted them with variation cards, which add many different types of rookie cards. And it just oversaturated the market. It's just not good for the sports card hobby. These were the nice, cool, shiny toys, and in the long run, they are pretty cards, but there's just too many of them. Now, I can't imagine anyone disagrees with me that this is a trend that sucks, but if you do disagree, comment below. Do you think this amount of different rookie cards, variation cards, parallels is good for the hobby or fun? Comment below if you disagree. I'd love to hear a different take than mine.
Overuse of color parallels in the hobby in ultra modern cards. It's just gotten a little bit out of control. Not a little bit out of control, extremely out of control. And I realize it's a tactic, in order to make sure that there is some hit in every pack. And as the amount of cards being printed is so high, they need something that people can be getting, or else people would open pack after pack after pack and just get a bunch of base cards.
Trend 4 is also in a similar category, the amount of pre-rookie cards. For this, we're going to take a look at Elly De La Cruz, who's one of the hottest young players in baseball. He doesn't have a rookie card yet. His rookie card comes out this year, and you can already see there's 336 different products or different cards at COMC with Elly De La Cruz's name on it. These are prospect cards, but nowhere on them they say first Bowman or prospect. Nowhere are they rookie cards. You can hit prospect cards on that whole list right there. I mean, that's insane. No rookie cards, all prospects. And to me, it really waters down the market, just like the past two trends.
Prospect cards aren't usually that sought after or worth very much once a player debuts. Once a player debuts, a lot of the shine of a prospect card really drops. So people get caught up like, oh man, this Julio Rodriguez guy, I remember 2 years ago, he's going to be the real deal. I'm going to buy all of his Heritage Minor League Black Parallels number 2. I believe they're out of 99 or 50. I'm going to buy all of those because they're worth a fortune. Heritage actually is not a bad set for minor league cards, but overall, that's not going to keep nearly the pace once the 60 sets with his rookie cards come out in a year, right? We're going to go for the rookie cards, and that's what happens a lot of the time. And here's just some of the sets I could think of, and I found for searching for a little bit, that have prospect cards in them. Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome, Bowman Baseball, Bowman Transcendent, Pro Debut and Pro Debut Chrome, Topps Heritage, Bowman's Best, Bowman Heritage and Bowman Heritage Chrome, Bowman Sterling, Bowman Platinum, Topps On Demand, Bowman Chrome Sapphire, and the T206 that Juan Franco had, so I just put it in here. So overall, there's a lot of prospect sets, and a player usually in the minor leagues for, 1 to 4 years, depending on the player. And if you're in there for 4 years, like we can see with Royce Lewis, you were going to have a Bowman Chrome card in, what is this? Actually 5 years before he had his rookie card. So it just shows Bowman Chrome first, second year, third year, he had actually 3 images. His 4th year, he had 2 images. In his 5th year, he had this image. It just waters down everything. And all of these cards, people will label as a rookie when they just aren't. So what's going on? Can we fix this? I mean, no. Topps likes to make money.
That leads us to Trend 5, sports card influencers. And really, I mean, it's capitalism at its finest. Everyone likes to make money. So the manufacturers, Topps, Panini, I don't know, man. It could be argued they're a little bit shady or things just don't smell quite right. But the videos that I'm talking about are influencers like this that need to spend $100,000 at a card show in 24 hours. Here's the same thing, $100,000 buyout. Blake Martinez a little bit different than that, but came in, was selling a lot of merchandise and sports cards, and there's others like this. And I can't say Jeff Wilson is doing anything wrong, but he's definitely an influencer. And then there are influencers that definitely got caught in the past year doing things wrong, such as card porn. The thing some of these dirty content creators have in common is they were all making big money pushing or trying to sell cards. That's where Justin Gamble got in hot water. Card porn got in hot water with some dirty things with autographed jerseys and who knows what else. Then we move on to Jeff Wilson, who's opening a huge card store in Atlanta, Georgia. And Card Collector 2 already owns a card shop, and it just seems like the videos I see from Card Collector 2, some of the stuff he's getting fed premium product. I can't prove anything. It's a heavy accusation, but it's just odd that the biggest players with the most eyeballs are pulling big cards. That's good for Topps and Panini, for everyone to see, oh, they can hit it on the video. I need to go buy product so I can hit it as well.
To do a pack battle, which is done by everyone now in the hobby, but the way they did things differently was they each put forward a $1,000 to $2,000 card in the table. They did a pack battle. Whoever got the best cards in that pack won or 4 of those PSA slabs that they put in. Now, this was interesting because when you watch it again, it wasn't really done too well. It's a bit awkward at times. It probably went for about 5 or 6 minutes too long, but something felt off about the whole video. Yesterday, he basically let the cat out of the bag and said, you know what, guys, this was all fake. It was all for the cameras. We basically did it to try and create some entertainment for you all.
Is this true?
No, it's not true. I'll pull back the curtain. It was staged, guys. Okay, it was just.
Oh, that was last week in Dallas.
Yes, we're joking. Gotcha. Okay, I'm popping.
I was worried.
I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm shattering the glass. It was all staged.
Who's to say? And I think you're a little naive if you think it's not happening when it comes to deals as well. From my perspective, I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, I've been telling you for over 12 months, that these guys are putting fake content together purely for entertainment. When you're watching these card show vlogs, when you're watching these TikToks and these shorts, just keep in mind that chances are a lot of these deals you're seeing in those 30 seconds are probably fake, you know. And also, I'm not overly surprised to see this on Dabs' channel, given that he's one of those guys from TikTok, from Vines.
Trend 6 I don't hear many people talking about, and that's crazy priced hobby boxes. Look here, 2022 Panini Flawless. Now this is first off the line. It was selling for almost $12,000, and now it's on sale for a great price of just $7,600 In my opinion, this is strictly a breakers box. This is product breakers can buy and divvy up throughout their community, and that's why the price can be somewhat justified. But for average person, you and me, going to spend money like that on a box is unthinkable, unheard of. And anyone that has that kind of money, they don't keep it if they're buying boxes of that. That's just as good as putting a sports bet in or playing the slots every night. You're not going to keep your money playing the game that way.
We have seen prices continue to tick up, while we've also seen pack odds continue to get harder to hit. I'll be really interested to see what happens when basketball and football licenses fully come over to Topps and how those products are priced, especially Topps Chrome when it comes out, because that's like the big buzz for both football and basketball collectors. Overall, I mean, obviously there's a lot to do with breakers opening product. Everybody knows that they're opening a significant portion. I guess I'd be curious from your perspectives, do you guys have a sense of just how much or what percentage of like new product breakers are opening versus what's actually hitting just individual consumers?
I think the quality of what you're getting is significantly worse than even when they were $20 because it's so watered down nowadays. I guess my thing is, while we can speculate and say, yeah, it's partially because of inflation, and that's probably true. Yeah, that's definitely true. Not even probably true. I would say by far the biggest difference, though, has to be in regards to breakers. Breakers are buying this stuff like crazy. And Ty, to answer your question, what percent did they open? I would venture to say it's at least 50%, right, of the product that gets opened by breakers. And for that purpose, there's just a huge demand for breakers to do it. Majority of people, it's not more affordable, and it's feeding into the gambling addiction. And so like the pastime of opening up a cheap hobby box isn't as normal as it used to be. And I don't think it ever will be again.
Trend number 7 is falling card prices. Now, prices peaked back in 2021, but the last 2-year chart now is early 2022 to early 2024, past the peak. So the drops were even further from what's not on this chart. And you might ask, well, whose chart are we looking at? Well, this is none other than the best quarterback of probably all time, Tom Brady. And let's just take a look at one of his specific rookie cards, his 2000 Bowman rookie card. This is in a PSA 10. It's selling for $5,100. But you can look back in February of 2022, and it was selling at $13,000. We can even go further back than that, and it was much higher than that. But just in the last 2 years, we've seen card prices continue to fall. And it's not just Tom Brady. Maybe your argument is Tom Brady, he's retired, he's out of the game, and his card prices are now coming down. Well, let's take a look at another all-time great football player, Jim Brown. Here is Jim Brown's index, and you can see it was over 16,000, and today it's closer to about 11,000. The great Jim Brown, well, if we take a look at his rookie card, 1958 Topps and a PSA 5, it last sold for $1,400 on January 18th, 2024. It just crossed under the $1,500 mark in the last couple months. Now, if you bought this card, let's say April of 2023, Well, you spent between $2,500 to $3,000 to acquire this card. It's lost significant value. At its lowest was maybe, December of 2022, and it was still selling for about $1,700. Prior to that, this card you couldn't get for under $2,500. Let's take a look at one last index. It was over 20,000 in February of 2022, and today it's sitting right around or a little above 15,000. And yeah, this is the great one, Michael Jordan's index. And we're going to take a look at his rookie card, which was selling for a steady price of $8,000 2 years ago in a PSA 8, and today it's selling for $6,500. Now, this card has been all over the place, and you could see a year and a half ago, it wasn't the same market as it is today, even lower at $5,500. However, in the past couple months, there have definitely been sales that low, and it'll just be interesting to see where this card trends. But in the past 6 months or since June of 2023, again, you can see a slight, obvious decline.
As you know, with me, it's all about the vibes.
Market movers just hit another all-time low. Even the most positive influencers seem to be feeling the loss of steam in the industry at large. I've certainly narrowed down the things I'm willing to buy. I'm only buying stuff of players I really like or are really unique items.
Trend 8, we're talking bounties, and it really just hit another level this week. In 2023, bounties started to be seen all over the place. It was becoming a more common thing offered. And here we found out just this past week that Fanatics Live was introducing a concept called the 10, which follows 10 of the hottest undiscovered cards in the hobby. And if you hit this card with them, you get to keep the card, which is going to be rather an expensive card, and you're going to get a $10,000 credit that they'll be giving you. This only appeals to one category of sports card fan, and it incentivizes the gambler in the sports card hobby and market.
Those of you who are unaware, David Adams offered up a $200,000 bounty to whoever pulled the Babe Ruth Bowman Chrome Prospect Retrofractor 1-of-1 Superfractor. Those of you wondering if it came from a loaded box, as Mario Alejandro on Twitter says, the card was pulled on YouTube on a video with less than 1,000 views and a count with just 1,000 plus followers. Despite the fact that there was a second bounty placed by Fanatics Live just 2 days ago for an extra $15,000 if the card was found in their breaks. Let me know how you feel in the comments section.
Man, I'm going to let you know how I feel real quickly, is that I hate this. I think this is terrible. I think it's a reason to keep breaking and breaking and breaking, even if you're not having success, and chase that dragon. Trend number 9 is the trade up challenge. And if you don't know what this is, well, really only kids could get away with this, and they're trying to do it at card shows. Turn a $1 card, or maybe they bring a $20 card, and they try to trade up and up and up and leave the card show with a $50 card, a $100 card, a mix of cards. And I watched a few kids do it at a recent card show I went to, just from afar, and the parents stood far away. This was not something they wanted to do. And it just felt like, I don't know, what is it setting up the card market or hobby to be in the future? In fairness, I don't think this is a trend that lasts very long, but we will see. However, I do think it shows where there's a market or a demand for something to do at a card show, whether it be a bingo card or some goals to hit, whether you create them yourself or there's someone that does create these things, because it proves that people want to go to these shows and have some goals in mind, and the trade up challenge creates some sort of goal. I just think it also adds an ickiness to the hobby.
Okay, so we're about to do a trade. We're doing a trade up. Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta save time. We're doing a trade up challenge. We're gonna both start with a card. Whoever ends up with the largest valued card at the end of the hour wins. You know what you win? Everything. My love and respect. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got a Zach Wilson, we got a Trey Lance, we got a Jamar Chase, and Trevor Lawrence. You get to each pick one, and that's what you're gonna start with. Okay, Titus, you're going with the Trey Lance. Okay, good luck. Ezra, what are you going with? You got that is Zach Wilson. All right, good luck. Trade up. Best in the end of the hour wins. Go. Okay. Bye, Daddy and Tessa. See y'all later. Okay, first one back. So, Titus, you started with the Trevor Lawrence. So, you're sitting at a CeeDee Lamb Fireburst PSA 10. Okay. I don't know. Let's find out. All right, Ezra's back with her first trade. She had the Zach Wilson. She comes back with an Andrew Benintendi All-Star Game PSA 9. Okay, well, that's good.
The last recent trend that sucks really probably gets under my skin almost more than any of these trends, and that's Panini Chronicles. Panini Chronicles in both basketball and football, well, it releases a lot of rookies in that set. It's a lot, you get a lot, you keep pulling rookie card after rookie card, and there's just multiple rookies, like a dozen for each player. You can see Jaden Ivey here, just goes on. And then you realize you're pulling all these rookie cards that they're just worthless. They're not valuable because every card is a rookie card, and it just waters down an already watered down rookie card market.
All right, last backpack, number 6 of this mega box, and it's, let's go. This is kind of one reason why I stopped ripping some Panini product going into the Chronicles pile. We have Zamir White for the Raiders with the Panini brand. Zamir White for the Gridiron Kings. We got our first, wow, this box sucked. Garrett Wilson for the Magnitude with the acetate card. See, yep, you can see right behind it. There it is. There's Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson with the Chronicles teal. Going in the Chronicles pile. And the last card is Sam Howell. Sam Howell with the Panini line teal. We got all 12 brands. When it's all said and done, we got no perp, no numbered, no nothing, which again, it's retail, so it is what it is. So yeah, that was pretty brutal. I'm going to be honest with you, that was pretty damn brutal. Yeah, I would have been better off getting a select mega if I could find it. But then again, those are like $60 for Christ's sake.
That's it. Those are the 10 recent sports card trends that suck. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button so I know to make more videos like this. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video, and thank you for watching.
I'm going on a cruise, you know?
You going on a cruise?
Where you going? Yeah, I'm taking her on a cruise.
Where are you going to go? I mean, where are you visiting on the cruise?
Well, it's going to be on a boat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Going?
Where's the boat go?
Well, the boat's going to be in the water.
All right.
What up, everybody? This is Robert Ory, a.k.a. Big Shot Bob, and you're watching Professional Sports Cards. Hey, by the way, go buy my rookie card.